Here's a detailed list of spacecraft that have journeyed to Moon Chand, the countries that launched them and the struggles they faced. 1. USA Apollo missions. Spacecraft name: Apollo 11, first successful manned moon landing. Country: United States of America. Struggles: Apollo 1 tragedy. Before Apollo 11, the Apollo 1 mission faced a tragic fire during a routine test, killing astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger B. Chaffee. This deeply impacted NASA's morale, but the program pressed on with reforms. Intense pressure of the space race. The space race with the Soviet Union meant that there was immense pressure to succeed within a tight time frame. Any failure could have been disastrous politically and scientifically. Apollo 13 crisis. During Apollo 13, an oxygen tank explosion caused a life-threatening situation. The astronauts had to return to Earth without landing on the moon, but thanks to quick thinking and teamwork, they all made it back safely. 2. Soviet Union, now Russia, lunar program. Spacecraft name: Luna 2, first spacecraft to reach the moon, 1959. Country: Soviet Union, now Russia. Struggles. Technological challenges. Early Soviet moon missions, like Luna 1, faced difficulties with guidance systems and communication, making it a race against time to correct these errors. Limited resources. The Soviet Union space program lacked the infrastructure and funding compared to the U.S., leading to some setbacks in developing advanced technology. Public scrutiny and pressure. The Soviet Union faced constant pressure to outdo the U.S. in the space race, which led to rapid but often risky mission planning. 3. China missions. Spacecraft name: China 3, first Chinese spacecraft to land on the moon, 2013. Country: China. Struggles. Technological isolation. For many years, China's space program was relatively isolated from Western space agencies. They had to develop much of their own technology, leading to slower progress. Landing difficulties. Landing a spacecraft on the moon's surface was a complex task, and China 3 faced several hurdles with its soft landing technology, which it eventually overcame. Complex moon rover technology. The U-2 rover, deployed by China 3, faced challenges navigating the moon's surface due to its rocky terrain and low temperatures, which delayed some scientific operations. 4. India Chandrayaan missions. Spacecraft name: Chandrayaan-1, India's first successful moon mission, 2008. Country: India. Struggles. Limited resources. India Space Agency, ISRO, had fewer resources than countries like the U.S. and Russia, but Chandrayaan-1 still achieved incredible success, including confirming the presence of water on the moon. Communication issues. Despite its success, the Chandrayaan-1 mission lost contact before completing all its experiments, which was a setback. Chandrayaan-2 struggles. The follow-up mission, Chandrayaan-2, 2019, saw the Vikram lander crash during its descent, which was a huge disappointment. However, the orbiter is still operational and has provided valuable data. 5. European Space Agency, ESA. Spacecraft name: SMART-1, first European mission to the moon, 2003 to 2006. Country: European Space Agency, ESA. Struggles. Limited budget. Unlike NASA or Roscosmos, ESA had a much smaller budget for its missions, which meant that the SMART-1 mission had to rely on innovation, such as using an electric propulsion system. Technological innovation. The electric propulsion system of SMART-1 was a new technology that had never been tested in space, making the mission risky. However, it was successful and paved the way for future European space missions. 6. Japan Selene Kagaya. Spacecraft name: Selene Kagaya, Japan's first moon mission, 2007. Country: Japan. Struggles. Complex lunar mapping. Japan's Selene mission faced challenges in accurately mapping the moon's surface. The lunar orbiters were subject to the harsh conditions of space, making it difficult to maintain precise control. Limited space experience. Japan Space Agency, JAXA, was still relatively young compared to NASA and had to overcome obstacles in building a spacecraft that could survive the harsh lunar environment. 7. Israel Beresheet. Spacecraft name: Beresheet, Israel's first moon lander, 2019. Country: Israel. Struggles. Private initiative. Bearsheet was launched by the non-profit group Space.io in collaboration with the Israeli government. Being a private initiative meant limited funding and resources compared to larger space agencies. Last-minute failure. During the final descent, the lander lost control and crash-landed on the moon's surface. Despite the failure, it was a historic attempt, and Israel became the fourth country to reach the moon's surface, even if it didn't achieve a soft landing. 8. United Arab Emirates Hope Probe Arab Lunar Exploration. Spacecraft name, Al-Amal, Hope Probe to Mars, but significant in Arab space exploration. Country, United Arab Emirates UAE. Struggles. First interplanetary mission. Though not a lunar mission, the UAE's Hope Probe, launched in 2020, to Mars marked the first interplanetary mission by an Arab nation. The struggle here was in proving that UAE could succeed in space exploration despite limited resources. Building from scratch, the UAE had little space experience compared to other space agencies, making their achievement in sending a probe to Mars a significant milestone for the Arab world. Summary of struggles. Limited resources. Countries like India, Israel, and the European Space Agency, ESA, face severe budget constraints compared to the USA and USSR, which slowed their progress and led to increased reliance on innovative solutions. Technological challenges. Soft landing on the moon and navigating its surface are complex tasks. Most missions, including Chang'e 3, Chandrayaan-2, and Bearsheet, face technical issues related to landing, communication, or systems failure. Political and global pressures. The USA and USSR face intense political pressures during the space race, with the space missions being part of a larger geopolitical struggle between the two superpowers. Mission failures. Not all missions were successful. Chandrayaan-2, Bearsheet, and the USSR's early missions faced significant setbacks, but these failures didn't stop these countries from learning and improving in future missions. These missions have been important milestones in space exploration, each contributing in unique ways, despite the struggles each country faced. Would you like to dive deeper into any specific mission or struggles?